Friday, April 19th, and it is 4:30 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. My name is Erica, and I'm Bernardo's oldest grandchild. You're welcome to this space. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for all your comments and questions that you've been posting over the last few weeks. I've tried to get to all of them. If I've neglected anyone, I apologize. But today, I wanted to continue with this theme of the great extra virgin olive oil hunt, meaning here in the United States, this is a challenge for us since this country, olive trees are not native to the United States. You've got lots of wonderful trees that are native to North America, but the olive tree is not one of them. And though it has become very popular in cooking, and because it's something that my grandfather Bernardo Lapallo used on a daily basis, I'm going to recap. He used it as a light pomade for his hair. He used it in his foot bath when he was soaking his feet every night to keep them soft and smooth as a baby's bottom, as he would say. Obviously, he also used it for his cooking, and he also used it as a light pomade for his hair. So in the last video I've made on olive oil, I talked about how to apply olive oil, so you can check out that video as well. But the quest is actually trying to find, a quality brand, right? A quality producer of olive oil to recommend. And the stuff that you find in the supermarket, extra virgin olive oil, oh, that's okay. But what I've learned is that it's really, really important to check the label. In other words, to check the bottling date and to see when is considered to be really the expiration date. Because olive oil, after all, is a food, it's an oil, and oils do go rancid over time. They do lose their potency over time. So just like any food, you're supposed to consume it with a certain amount of time. Okay, now that being said, I found myself, I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I found myself in one of Mario Batali's marketplaces slash restaurant spaces called Italy or Italy, which is spelled Eatly. And while there, of course, there's a whole section there just selling olive oil. If you've ever been into one of these places, of course, they have everything you could want in terms of Italian products and their niche, and they pride themselves on importing things from Italy, that are exclusively made in Italy. And the olive oil is no different. So because I recently celebrated a birthday, my friends who hosted me for this dinner asked me what did I want as a birthday present, and I said I wanted extra virgin olive oil. And they were like, okay. But olive oil is liquid gold. That's what Bernardo would say. So there were so many olive oils to choose from, and really, I didn't know where to begin. So, being a bargain shopper and also want to be considerate of my friends, I decided to select the olive oil that was on sale. There's many factors in why something can be on sale. Usually when something on sale is because the merchant wants to move it out because it may be nearing, its expiration date, right? It needs to be used, or they need to make room for more merchandise. So I picked a bottle that was like about 30% off. So instead of it being around, $26 a bottle, it was less than that. And there were so many bottles to choose from, so many beautiful bottles of olive oils to choose from. And when I was looking at these olive oils, I was aware that a lot of the olive oils came from estates, they came from farms. So just like when I was living in France, right? All the different wines come from, Chateau this, Chateau that, Chateau so and so. So part of the agricultural history of France, of course, is that every chateau, they would grow their own food And of course, they would have their own vineyards and they would produce their own wine. So I know that Italy also produces wine as well, but it just struck me because it had never occurred to me before, because I live in America and it's really all kind of about a brand and they do these blends, that there is also a distinct tradition of cultivating olives and pressing one's own olive oil on these estates, or I guess you could say villas. Okay, so to cut to the chase here, I ended up picking this one. As I said, it was on sale, so I decided to pick this one. This one is called Terre Francescane. Terre Francescane. So that's the name of the villa, or that's the name of the estate that produces this particular olive oil. And I noticed they had different labels, right, for different things. This one they call Nobilis. And when I examine the label, it says it's a 100% Italian, 100% Italiano. They grow all their olives on their own terrain, and they also use cold extraction. So that's good, right? Now, when I turned the bottle around, of course, there's translations in different languages so people can follow along. At the very lower right-hand corner of the bottle, there are some important numbers. And so these numbers actually show when this was bottled, it shows the lot number, and it also shows the expiration date, when this olive oil will be considered no longer fit to be consumed. So this particular bottle of olive oil was bottled on July 30th, 2022. That's 21 months ago. When I look at the label up here, the numbers are 07/07/2024. So that's letting me know that this has got to be consumed by July 7th of this year, 2024. It will be, because I go through a lot of extra virgin olive oil. So that's what I found. I'm not necessarily, in like endorsing this particular brand of olive oil. It was really overwhelming actually being in there. There were so many things to choose from. There must have been, there must have been close to 100 different olive oils in there from different estates. But you have to start somewhere. So I figured, let me just try something modest. I was curious. I wanted to try a reasonably priced olive oil that was, within a decent price range. This is 25 milliliters, and give it a try. So when I got home last night, I was very excited. I'm gonna do this for you now too. I wanted to try it, right? Because basically I wanted to see if it was peppery. Because if it's peppery, that is a good sign, that it is super fresh. Here we go. Okay, so this olive oil is very smooth. It's super buttery. It has a nice mild flavor, but it also does have some peppery qualities to it, which is a good sign. However, it didn't make me cough. So the cough test lets you know that the olive oil is super fresh. Once again, this particular bottle of olive oil's expiration date is July 7th, 2024. It is now April 19th of 2024. May, June, July. So, 3 months and a few days and no more. So I'm thinking that must be the reason why it doesn't quite have that little extra oomph in the back, because it's coming to the end of its recommended consumability. So there you go. I guess I'll be back here in 3 months with another bottle of olive oil. My plan is to literally go through every single bottle of olive oil in this shop and test it out with you guys and see which one is the best, because the whole quest is to try and find something that's reliable and fresh. Hey Sue, okay, some people compare Italian olive oil to Greek. Do you think there's a difference if you've tried both? I really haven't tried both, so I can't speak to that. I'm just talking about the qualities of, I mean, they're both in the Mediterranean, right? So there you go. Obviously, Italy isn't Greece and Greece isn't Italy, but you know, the Mediterranean is known for producing olive oil, as is Morocco, as is Palestine. Actually, was actually supposed to have the best olive oil in the entire world. Those people love their olive trees. Unfortunately, I can't get any Palestinian olive oil right now. That being said, I think the important factors to look for, to recap, are when it was bottled. You should be able to look at the back of the bottle and you should be able to see the bottling date. From what I understand, the optimal time to consume the olive oil is within a year. I'm a little bit surprised that this one is going up to 2 years. That being said, like I just pointed out, it's peppery, but I didn't cough. When I was in California at a local farmer's market in Southern California, no, not Los Angeles, further south than that, I had the opportunity to try some olive oil from a local guy, and his olive oil made me cough. Can I find the card anymore? No, of course not. Of course I can't find the card anymore, which is a shame. So my quest really is to try and find something that's accessible for us here. And that's my goal, but that's a great question. I mean, have you tried it? Have you tried a difference between Italian olive oil and Greek olive oil? Why don't you try it out and let me know what you find out. You know, my whole goal here is for us to try and find something good together, right? I'm not trying to make myself better than anybody else. I'm just on a quest now because so many people have asked about this. I think that it definitely deserves the time. That is all I'm going to do today. I thank you for being here, and I am going to sign off now and wish you a wonderful weekend. Bye bye. Oh.